It's your boy Bobby B. I want to talk about a subject that comes to mind, and that is Kane, the boss. When it comes down to it, Kane has been pretty much the one, right? He's been the guy who has been running everything. He's been keeping the Tejada family where it needs to be. Ever since the deal that Tariq, Kane, and Brayden made with Noma, they've been pretty much the ones running and doing what they had to do, with Tariq doing his own thing at the side, with Brayden and Effie, and Kane and his crew and Drew and all them doing their thing. But at the end of the day, Kane has been the boss. But when it comes down to it, he's been running things and they don't know it. The rest of the family members don't know it. They still look at Lorenzo like he was the leader, because Monet, as we all know, Monet has not been doing anything. Ever since Zeke has been gone, she's been down. She hasn't been around. She hasn't been doing anything whatsoever. It's pretty much been Kane doing everything and Lorenzo following Kane's orders, which we know why, because Kane figured out that Lorenzo was the one who took out Zeke. Diane has went off to school, and Drew is just pretty much doing his own thing. And whenever people need Drew comes. So that's pretty much what it's been about. Drew hasn't been leading anything. So when it comes down to it, Kane has been the boss. Now, in my opinion, Kane has been doing a pretty good job. And if you really pay him attention, he's had a lot of character development. The Kane that we know is still there. He's still the same Kane you know, but it seems as though he's matured a lot. He's a lot more laid back. He speaks a lot more. He doesn't react like he used to. He's kind of more calm. His words and everything of that nature, he's very much more patient. And basically with him being in charge, it seems to show that things are actually going real good with him being in charge. But just because he's in charge does not mean that things are going to be easy for him. Because when it comes down to it, as you see, Drew is going to challenge him for the leadership. So basically when it comes down to it, Drew's stepping in. And not only that, Monet is pushing for Drew to take over. And the reason why is because Monet knows that Kane suspects her of being the one who took out Lorenzo. And Monet, like I say, she's here to stop her lies. She's here to make things go her way. So when it comes down to it, she doesn't really care as long as they don't find out she took out Lorenzo. So at first she was pushing for Kane to be the leader, with Lorenzo pushing for Drew to be the leader. And then eventually it went to Lorenzo backing up Kane. And they didn't know why. And then with Lorenzo being gone now, Monet's pushing for Drew to be the leader. So with that being said, right now, we all know, how can I put this? Monet is really the one, she's about to step in and try to become the boss again. She's not going to let Drew or Kane take over. She's going to be the one to try to take over. But the thing is that Kane was the one who kept everything going while she was down. And while Drew didn't care about being the leader, and while Lorenzo was just doing, what Lorenzo was always doing. So when it comes down to it, Kane being the boss, the Tejada family actually ran pretty good. Diane was able to go to school without them bothering her, even though it was Lorenzo who asked her to do some stuff. Drew was able to do what he wanted to do. Monet was able to do what she wanted to do, and Kane just kept everything running. But right now, it's going to be, how can I put this? It's going to be where Kane, who's been pretty much running everything, Drew wants to test him for leadership, right? Monet wants to test him for leadership too, but Monet is also pushing for Drew to take over as well. So this is not going to really be a good situation. I think when it comes down to it, this is going to be a whole bunch of drama. And we all talked about the Tejada Civil War. The Tejada Civil War. That was the main thing that we've always talked about, and it seems as though it's going to happen. This season's possibly going to end with either Tariq going to war with the Tejadas potentially, or the Tejadas going to war against the Tejadas, with Tariq siding with whoever he chooses, or just pretty much staying out of the war and not wanting anything, to do with it. But you never know. We're going to have to see how this one goes on this. But that's pretty much all I got to say when it comes down to it. I just want to say to all of you that it is your boy, Bobby B's here. I just want to say much love, much respect. Hold it down. And one. Peace.